Welcome back to Just a Vibe TV, and today we have the lovely Miss Danielle.
Hi, aka Soca Bacchanal.
aka Soca Bacchanal, aka Miss Get It Done. You
Miss,
don't know how to go.
yes.
So first thing first, I would like to thank you for passing through.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. So, how are you doing today? Because when you came in the store, and first time I saw, I was like, wow.
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm blessed. I have life. That's the most important thing. So yeah, I'm good.
You have your drink.
Yeah.
I
I can have my Carib, so we're good.
So, where are you from?
I am originally from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, but I live abroad. I live in Canada, Toronto, Canada.
For how long now?
About 20, almost 20 years. Yeah, about that.
So that's like where you mostly like reside?
Yes.
Alright. And like in between St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Canada, Toronto, correct?
Yes.
Alright, like what's that like?
I mean, here it's a bit more slower. In Toronto, it's much fast-paced. You know, it's different. Two different things. The cold, the warm, you know, you get a mixture of both.
So, and the time you come to Vincy, like, there's like business or like vacation and family?
It's a little bit of both. It's business / fun / family, all that good stuff.
I'm actually important question now. Which do you look forward mostly to?
In terms of what?
Coming to Vincy?
Spending time with my family.
Spending time with your family. That was important.
Yeah.
You might have noticed something with the dress code. Let me ask you what we'll get into later. We'll get into that later.
Yes.
So, how was your, I would say, like growing up in St. Vincent and Grenadines?
I mean, growing up in my times, I would say was the best times. For me, I mean, you might have a different perspective. But in my times, it was the greatest growing up.
Well, this is all I know so far. I never went, only one time I went away, and that was on a boat. But I was living in the Caribbean, especially St. Vincent and Grenadines, is one of the best things that could ever happen to me.
I mean, like, there's no place like home. It doesn't matter how long you live abroad. There's no place like home. Every time you come back, you just have that urgency, like that sense of peace. So yeah. Yeah,
that is true. And then most people, well, some leave for different reasons. Some leave for opportunity.
Correct.
Purposes. Not saying St. Vincent doesn't have opportunity as well.
Yeah.
For youngsters and elderly as well.
Yeah.
But living here, just the weather, the people,
yeah,
the friends you make along the way.
Yeah.
Right, but backtracking once, right? On family. We understand that you're married, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, how long has your marriage been going on for?
Oh, my son is 6 now, so this year is gonna be 6 years. But we've been together for 10.
Been together for 10, married for 6?
Yeah.
And like, what has been married like? You ever had like any overthinking before getting married? Or like, what would the life be like of marriage and so on?
Marriage has its ups and downs. It's something you have to be dedicated to. Like, it's a lot of work. If it's not a 50-50, it's not gonna work. It's not 85 and you do 20, or it has to be 50-50. I mean, sometimes you guys are not always gonna agree to stuff, but you have to come to a mutual understanding.
Yeah, because it's all about communication and making an effort at the end of the day, right?
Correct.
Alright, but like 6 years, getting closer to the decade.
Yeah.
Like going back to younger days, you always thought about getting married?
Have I? Yeah, because I grew up around my grandparents who were married. When my grandfather, so rest in peace, if he was still alive here, my grandmother would have been celebrating their 50th.
50th, wow.
Yeah, that's a big milestone.
Half a century.
Yeah, it is. So.
Well, me and married on but
I mean,
do you have any intentions to?
No, right, you see, for me now, I didn't potential husband category.
Okay.
Not a lot of men reach that category.
So there's category.
Yeah, the number is very small.
Okay.
So then we just ring here now. Everybody could see it, right? Yes, potential husband. Yeah, potential husband.
Yeah, but I need like inspiration now, like, you might like a love story, like, upon your love life, like, where did you meet the love of your life? Like, how did you run into him? What was the interaction like? Like, some people say love at first sight. And,
nah, that was never love at first sight. I'm gonna give you a backstory. The funny thing is, I was never into him,
See,
Like
that thing, I know
Yeah, I know,
that thing. It's always the one in the into.
Relationships you grow on,
when I first met him, I was like, he's cute. But I never thought that it would have been into the case where we're actually married and have a kid. I was like, okay, yeah, this is cute. I'm just gonna go with the flow until whatever happens, and then I got pregnant, and then he popped the question.
Like right after.
Like
he found out you were pregnant.
Actually, he was the one that told me I was pregnant. I was like, no. But he knew it. He knew it. But he proposed to me before that, and then we found out I was pregnant.
Like Martin was thinking, but like he had a dream.
Yeah.
But being married though, does that change anything in terms of going from boyfriend to girlfriend to now? No, going from boyfriend and girlfriend to husband and wife. Does it really change the dynamic of relationship when you get married?
Like I said, marriage is more work. Boyfriend and girlfriend is not as much work as a marriage. With marriage, you have to be on the same page. Like, as I said, it can't be 20-80. It has to be 50-50. You guys have to have an understanding. And I mean, sometimes, you guys are not gonna always agree eye to eye, but you have to come to an agreement as to, okay, this is the route we're gonna take, or this is the route what we're gonna do. So, yeah.
The reason why I ask is because some relationships out there, they have been going on for like 10, 20 years and they haven't got married. But they're still together. They're still together, still going strong and everything.
Ladies, let me tell you something. If you're good enough to be a baby mother, you're good enough to be his wife. Okay?
Boy, right? Wife and baby mother want to be on scale.
No, if a man is good enough to get me pregnant, you're good enough to put a ring on my finger.
That is true. But here again and here now, watch your style it.
Okay.
Your wife will be a wife for a time, but your baby mother will always be a baby mother. Let me repeat, your wife will be a wife for a time, but your baby mother will always be a baby mother.
If your intentions are not pure, then your wife will be a wife for a time. But if your baby mother can also be turned into your wife.
That is true. But then your baby mother will always be a baby mother.
What are you getting at?
Because, okay, your wife... watch it. Your wife now. Say, you into it, come. You into your wife, everything. You try to make everything work. Yeah. But she can't see eye to eye with you. And she say, you know what? I'm going to file for divorce. Which is, the statistics out there says, like, I know how much percentage, but more women file for divorce than men.
Okay.
I've seen that.
She filed for divorce. That isn't your wife anymore. When you sign a paper, that is your wife. But you have a baby mother now. Go change your baby mother.
You can't.
I mean,
you can't change your baby mother.
Yeah, she's there forever. Okay, I see the point where you're going.
You see, so don't let your wife stop from finding a baby mother.
But I would love people to practice that. The woman that you have a kid with, you should see yourself as having a future with.
That is true.
That's just how I look at life. I'm not judging anybody, but I mean, circumstances happen, things happen.
Right.
I mean, I could be married and my husband died, God forbid. I can't wait. Yeah. And then I go and I get remarried and find another love, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, things happen.
Like, with getting married, it's forming a sense of solidity.
Yes.
Yeah, so for sure, okay, there's foundation right there.
Yes.
There's someone you can actually lean on. That's not like, yeah.
And I mean, people get married for different reasons, Sometimes the marriage everybody get married for different reasons. Yeah. Sometimes, sad to say, most of the times it's not love.
I want a green card.
Yeah, sad to say.
Yeah. Yeah, the green card.
Yeah, I want a green card.
Yeah, sometimes it's money, it's immigration, it's different stuff. Like, everybody has different agenda. But if you know that you're marrying for love and your partner is on the same page with you, then you guys can move mountains together.
My question is no, because you feel 100% of the time it should be men proposing?
Yes.
I mean, you as a woman would say that, but what is the reason behind it?
I would never get on my knees. Ever.
I don't have nothing wrong with it.
To engage a man, I would never do that. Ever. I just think like it's a man thing to do. Okay. As a man, would you want a woman to go on her knees and marry you? Would you not feel mass?
No, personally, in these times, if my girl were to go down on her knees and marry me, I go shut I want to tell. I'm like, oh my God.
That's a female thing.
I'm like, oh my God, is this for real? And then I would say yes. I would say yes. I say, come on, baby, get up. You can get up off your knees and hold her by your hands. So, baby, I love you forever. And you know, I embrace that. But remember, I never said she would do it.
No, the thing is, I feel like
she see me as the prize, which I am.
Yes, but
she's also the prize to butch in this moment.
But you have to beat her to the point. Listen, a man always knows when that one woman is gonna be his wife. I'm telling you, they always know.
Right.
Just like how when a woman know, yo, I'm gonna spend my life with him forever. Like
Correct.
we know. So you should know. So I don't. I mean,
sure?
If that's a woman's thing and she wants to go on one knees and be like, "Will you marry me?" That's her thing. But that's not my thing.
I feel like if
you sure, like, I don't think a woman really know personally for me because I be seeing them girls about
You're
king,
still
my king.
young.
Like she playing part.
With years of experience and time, you would know as a woman as you get older. With age, you get wisdom. You become wiser.
Right.
So you know.
But I feel like if, like, how things are going now, and I'm sure we've all seen over 10 or so videos with people, like men proposing and the women saying no. So I feel like if men, at a certain point, they'll be fair of, boy, what if I propose to her? And she says, hey, because there was this famous one recently, local as well.
Yeah, local.
When,
I think it was in a Caribbean, by some restaurant.
Some place.
Mr. went down in.
I know what you're talking about. But I could understand her reasoning behind it. Because you see, men, they like to guilt trip women. Not all men. Some of them. He knows that the woman he has is a good woman. So what other way to trap her than to put a ring on her finger and she's going to put up with all my shit for the rest of my life? But some women are very strong-minded. They're not going to put up with that. People think because putting a ring on your finger fixes everything. It doesn't. If you cannot change your ways that you have currently, what makes you think putting a ring on my finger is going to change how you're behaving now?
That's true. So
I could understand her reasoning behind it, why she said no, because he has a lot of underlying problems he needs to fix.
Correct,
Mr. Boy.
And there we have it. That was what I call relationship advice from Miss Danielle Cupid. Yeah. But Queen of Bacchanal. There, that's what I want to talk about right now. Queen of Bacchanal. When did you first knew or first figure that you wanted to get into promoting?
Okay. So promoting has always been a part of me. So anybody who knows me knows that my dad was a businessman. Like, that has been embedded in me from...
I got to fact check with someone, but
from small. Like, my dad started selling from an icebox. Them times I don't even think
I
you
was
guys...
businessman.
Yeah. Were you born? You know where Tony's Pizza used to be uptown?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, well, you guys were young.
That's one
okay, right. So them times when my dad used to be selling underneath Tony's Pizza with an ice box, and from there he moved to Heritage Square. You know, there's a little at that time he had a space called D-Line by Heritage Square, and you name it, all the biggest names used to pass through there. Fireman, Marshall, Montano. Like, he used to have the place swinging. So I knew from a very young age, like, that is something that I wanted to do because it was just embedded in me. Like, I had no choice. I had to learn the game.
So that gave you the inspiration?
Yeah.
And then how did you go about pursuing?
So my first ever event I ever did was in Toronto. And it was in my backyard. Because I have a huge backyard in the back of my house. And I did a barbecue. Started with a barbecue. And then I was like, whoa, a barbecue and so much people in my backyard? And then I continued doing it for a couple of years and the numbers kept growing. And then one year I came home to St. Vincent when my grandfather died. While here for the funeral, my mind is always wondering how to make money, how to do business, how to whatever. And I was just scoping out the market of St. Vincent and I was like, I could bring entertainment.
Was it in 2021?
Yeah, that was 2021.
Yeah, I saw the article.
Yeah, 2021. And then I came back in, I went back to Canada And I went to work. I would never forget, it was a night shift. And I was on the phone with Andel, my friend Andel. And I was just thinking, I was like, Andel, I want to bring a party to St. Vincent. And then I saw the word touch. And I was like, touch a class. And he was like, that is it right there, friend. That is it right there.
Touch of class.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll find the name. And I came back in 2022. And I did my first ever touch a class at Spring Garden in Spring Country.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know where that.
Had 30 people. 30. And yeah, I felt discouraged. I felt defeated because I was like, I bring such a good product, but you know.
Right.
And I came back again, and the next year, and I just went back to the drawing board and improved on it.
And there was, improvement.
Yeah. And then the second year, I got 100 people.
Nice.
And the second year I did it at Pair One, which is Dean's.
Yeah.
That Calico?
Yeah,
Oh,
Calico. And then last year was the third year, where I had 600 and some, you name it.
Okay. So the elephant in the room, so we just get cat out the bag, right? The pink. As you can see, we got the pink, right?
Yeah.
Right, you see the pink. Right, this will be the 4th installment
Yes.
of Touch of Class, right?
Yes.
Like, what are we expecting? Like, what's in store for us? Any surprises?
I can't let all the cat out the bag yet, but this year team is pink in Greece. And when you hear Greece, when you hear Greece, you think ancient, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Old. So I was like, what can I do to incorporate Vincy culture? So I did incorporate some of Vincy culture into the Greece. I wouldn't say what it is yet. Just the day off, you guys will have to come and see what I'm talking about.
And that
there's some
event,
traditional stuff that is included.
so that event will be held June the 7th,
yes.
2025. So
Yes.
if you and I take it now,
Yeah, make sure you take Touch of Class.
we have tickets here, right?
Yeah,
we have tickets here. You can come.
Any other outlets you wanna
There's tickets available at the Cell, Kingston and Annisville, Joe's Bar and Grill at Argyle, Nails Crutch, which is right down the street here, Middle Street, CMW building, Unit 7.
Alright. And the location for the venue?
Sporting facility.
Alright, so
Come,
June.
that's behind. That's out Annisville.
Right opposite the gas station.
Yeah, by the car dealership.
Yeah.
So okay, June the 7th, make sure you come out to Touch a Class, we are pink. Yeah, surprises and all that. But let me talk about what we do know. Which is Hans Jan will be performing live, correct?
Correct.
Alright, so like what is the strategy like while selecting like artists or certain performers for your events? Like what is the strategy like?
So for me to do that, I normally go from based off of what happened the previous year and what if I can improve the standard, keep it, change it, that kind of fun stuff. And Touch of Class had a more mature crowd. I don't know if you guys saw clips from before.
Yeah, I saw
and it
clips
was
of
like 50 girl to 1 man.
Like,
what?
They can reach them like
Well, I end up
that party last year had more woman than man. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, Hans Jan is for the ladies.
Yeah, that's true.
So I had to make sure I incorporate Hans Jan into that for
Hans
the
Jan
ladies.
coming on the vibes game, there.
Come on.
Yeah, that is true because Touch of Class give me this, like expensive feeling.
You see, he told me beforehand, right? Yo, Touch of Class, it kind of feel like a bougie event. That you tell me.
I mean, the name. I mean, if you hear a name Touch of Class, you won't come in slippers.
No. I adjust my best.
Okay,
I know woman ready for sure.
We just tell me them 50 girl to 1 man.
Then, so you have to wear Sunday best and come to Touch of Class. It's a touch with class.
Right.
You say your favorite color is pink. Your favorite color is pink, right?
No, it's not.
You're not pink?
My favorite color is purple.
It's purple.
Yeah.
You see, you just like me, huh? You just like me.
My favorite color is purple, but pink
You
cells.
love pink cells.
Yeah.
Yeah, pink cells. I love pink.
Anything with woman involved in man follow.
Man, that is true. That is true.
Man follow.
That is true.
You just have to learn the art
You
of the
go carry
game.
fish market. Once woman's on fish market.
Yeah.
They're on fish market too.
Yeah,
Because
you go there.
Like, while coming up with the idea, planning and everything else, like support. What was the support like?
You know what I have to say? You see, my aunt, my mom, my dad, my grandmother, and my friends, they know who they are. Who've been with me from day one. Big up all yourself. Like, the support system has been amazing. I mean, it has times where I feel like just throwing the towel and they're like, no, you can't do that. So, big up my friends.
Yeah.
Big up my friends, my family, my grandmother, my mom, my dad, everybody who's just been my biggest cheerleader when sometimes I feel like I don't want to do this. And they're like, nah, you come too far, you got this. So, yeah, my support system so far has been really, really great. I can't complain about it.
So after your first event, that you threw out
Spring Garden.
Spring Garden,
Yeah.
when you saw the thought you attendees, you said you felt disappointed, you felt bad.
No, actually, those 30 people, this was my agenda. Although I had 30 people there, my agenda was to make sure those 30 people had a good time.
That is good.
So those 30 people had a good time, and then the word of mouth, right? Hey, I went to this party. It wasn't full on, but the vibes and the customer service was everything.
Nice.
And that's how the party goes.
What makes a good party? Now I want to know. What makes a good party?
Customer service. Customer service is key. I've heard a lot of patrons went to parties. Even myself, I attend as a patron. And the customer service suck.
You know, you're right and true, because we having this problem with the bar. For the longest while, I don't know why we keep on having this part. You go in the event, you just take like 30 minutes to get one drink.
And how can that problem be fixed?
I increase the amount of bars we have. Because I'm like, and the amount of people walking in the bars with.
Because listen to this. Imagine having 1,000 people in one venue and you only have one bar. That makes no sense at all.
No sense.
If you have 1,000 people, you should at least have 2 to 3 bars.
By the time, if you
With
drunk,
at least those 2 bars having at least 6 to 7 walkers in it.
yeah, cause if you drunk by the time you go by the bar, you sober. Because you didn't wait in the whole time.
Trust me. Stand up alone. Stand up alone and catch on yourself, boy.
No, but they keep on doing it every year. They keep on, we are having this problem with the bar. You go by the bar, you had like, as you say, 1,000 attendees, like 20, 30 people surrounding the bar. 4 or 5 persons, one dealing with the money, one person dealing with the money, and 3 have to solve.
Right, but all the 3 were solving, 2 dealing with the friends.
And some faster than some.
I see what you're saying there.
So then everybody agitating now. Was going to be fling back and forth, and then somebody say, well, you know what, me coming back here. Right, they lose out on a customer.
See, that is why, you know, we're looking for to touch a class, because we won't have that touch a class.
No,
I was set to as well. These DJs sometimes.
Yeah, DJs.
The DJs sometimes be killing the vibes.
Who we expecting? Broadcasters like the DJs you have?
I see DJ Blaze.
There's a whole list of the DJs with all of the DJs. There's 2 international DJs. Now, if you watch the clips from last year, one of those international DJs was here last year and he was highly requested to come back. That's why he's back, which is DJ Levi Chin from St. Lucia. I think it's very important as promoters, when you have a DJ lineup, you need to have a conversation with your DJs. I hate to be in a party and hear a song repeating 10 times. Why? There is 50 million songs in the world. Why are you playing back the same song?
I love this promoter.
You know what I mean? My suggestion to fix that problem is give everybody a genre.
That's true.
Oh, smart.
It's a kind of organization.
Right? So give everybody a genre and they stick within that genre and you play whatever from whatever year.
Right.
But
So,
my thing is different with Touch a Class, because I'm having a meeting with my DJs and I want them to play a certain way, because as I said, I'm playing for the ladies. I don't care. Don't say I don't care about the men. I love the men. But music is for the ladies.
And as I say, whoever the woman rocking to,
Man gonna love it, yeah.
The man never rock.
because they play a shensi, every girl I'm a rap, me go rock too.
Right.
You don't know how to go.
I hate when I'm in a party and I hear 50 gun tune, 1 girl tune.
Man, you're supposed to take that
Stop
down.
that. Stop it.
Yeah,
DJs,
shake up all yourself, man.
stop it. Stop it. Me, as a woman, I want to fun joy, have a good time.
But some women love
dance
gun tune.
with my. I'm not saying that you can't
She said
play
doing it.
You did, but they overdo it.
Like, you know, filling up the cup until the water starts to
Yeah, like, come on.
Then we hear pop smoke out the blue all of a sudden.
Hey, but internationally, right? You spoke about the international DJs, right? We also understand that you do events internationally, correct?
Correct.
What is that like?
Oh, it's way different from St. Vincent. Like I said, everything is more much fast-paced over there than here. In terms of service-wise, I mean, certain things that you can get there, you can't get here. When you can make a certain phone call and be like, yeah, blah, 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 it gets done.
Right.
While here, sometimes you have to go through the channel, go through the back door, you know, sometimes it's about who you know.
Okay.
Over there, it's not like really like that. It's bring your money and you get so.
The business.
Yeah.
So vibes, like what kind of vibes you be getting from overseas?
Like when you attend parties, not your own party.
Like like different parties.
Yeah.
You ever get inspiration from parties you
Oh,
went to?
all the time. That's okay. I do it here in St. Vincent too. Like, I don't know if you guys know this. Like, I go to every single party.
I see the picture.
Queen of Bacchanal.
Right. So when I go to every party here, I watch the party. Not because you guys see me in there, you think I'm not paying attention. Yeah, I might be in there getting on bad in the party, but I'm paying very much attention to everything that is happening. And when the party is done at the night, I go back home and I sit on my bed and I'm like, this is what I could do with this. This is where I could tweak with this. I wouldn't put this there. That's what I do. I mean, I wouldn't tell the promoters that because sometimes some promoters can't take constructive criticism. So I just be like, okay, this is a mistake I wouldn't make in my event.
Okay.
I mean, in Canada, it's a whole different vibes. I go to a mixture. I just don't go to Vincy parties. I love Jamaican parties. It's just a different vibe. Like, you get everything when you go there.
In a Jamaican party?
Yeah, everything you could think of. The vibe is just different. And when it comes to fashion, music, food, vibes, they have it on lock.
Okay. Well, where I want to know, right? Because, you know, you be traveling there and here, going to different parties, different carnivals as well. What country has, you know, have your heart when it comes to carnival? Don't be biased because of Vincy.
Vincy.
You wait.
Okay, hold on. Vincy has the hottest carnival. To me, the best. I've been to Trinidad. The difference with Trinidad and the only person who could come close to us with carnival is Grenada.
And I guess that now. I just
Spice Man.
Spice Man. Right? Trinidad carnival is amazing.
Right.
Do not get me wrong. Like, it's on the next level. Like, immaculate. I mean, different.
when it comes to looks.
When it comes to a lot of stuff, customer service, a lot of stuff, they're on the next level. But my favorite would be Vincy Mass, and I'm not just saying that because I am a Vincy. I have had different types of carnival and I've experienced different ones, so I can say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who would I put as #1 for best carnival?
St. Vincent.
I would probably say Trinidad.
I mean, you can't really argue
Right?
with it. You can't argue with it now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't argue with it,
My top 5,
yeah.
Trinidad, Vincy, Grenada, Krapover, and St. Lucia's creeping up.
St. Lucia have a nice vibe.
Okay.
But we want to talk about the all-inclusive now because I've been seeing this uproar with, you know, people buying tickets saying, boy, these all-inclusive here too expensive. I can eat $400 worth of food.
Yeah, you could try.
Yeah, but you have to look at this as a promoter. They spend so much money organizing these events.
But my question is, do the patrons get their money's worth? So let me ask you guys a question. Have any of you been to an all-inclusive and got your money's worth?
Yeah, AM.
Okay.
Yeah, AM.
Have you?
I didn't want to talk about it.
AM.
So I guess that's a no.
You're like, to this one event.
You don't have to call the name,
Yeah,
but
it is one event. Yeah.
you didn't get your money's worth.
Nah, they pay. Hey, they have from free Wi-Fi or more Wi-Fi. They have more Wi-Fi.
Okay, you didn't get your money's worth. Me personally, when you're doing an all-inclusive, your bar should never bust. And you should never ever run out of food. I don't care. Nobody shouldn't be saying, oh, it only could, oh, how much can you sustain for this to last a certain hour? My suggestion to that with food is have different courses at different times. If you know you're going to have, for example, finger food at this time, lunch at this time, appetizer at this time, dinner at this time, have a time schedule. So that way you don't have everything all out at once and it just goes.
Right. Matter of fact, I can say it. Man, some of us shake up all this. Shake up all this. I'm trying to shake up all this.
Mighty God.
Yeah, because every kind of know, man. When you see you have an event and something go on, and then you're paying for certain things, you have to expect certain things on your value. So like, if I go to an event now, and VIP or whatever, have like designated parking, they have like your personal space and all and things. Yo, people from the crowd can't come my personal space.
I agree.
Yeah,
You're paying for an experience.
Exactly.
I agree.
You pay.
But big up my boy Hyde. I'm a brother from another mother.
Yeah, that's crumb of you.
Babe, bring up my brother. I mean, constructive criticism is good. My brother, just take it and improve on
I
it.
feel like, okay, even because I enjoy some of us.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I enjoy some of us, the performances are great.
Yeah, just the service part of it.
Right, it's just about having a bit more control. Right, having a bit more control.
And what you think he can do to improve that?
I mean, I feel like his security was sacking, which is, beyond his control, right? In a sense.
Okay,
because,
yeah.
okay,
if I'm paying you to do a job,
like,
you should get it done.
Exactly, it was just because basically...
Because he can't be at 5 places at one time.
Right, correct. Because it was just a sense of like, okay, artists coming in. We're talking about names like Jada Kingdom, everybody like Jada Kingdom. Names like Massacre and 450 girls. I'm like 450 then waiting on the man. So like you don't know, if you have a special area, a designated area, right? And artists have to come in, everybody get excited, people are from the area and everything. So yeah, you know.
So some crowd control.
Basically.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, well, that, pick up yourself.
Okay then, so hi. You just have to improve on that. Maybe get some serious security and not nobody,
Right.
How hard is it being a promoter?
Oh my God. As a female?
Especially as a
Very.
female.
Yeah, because you
Very.
more when, as a female.
Very. I cannot emphasize on this enough. Hard. It gets difficult at times because in this world of promotion, it's seen as a man's world. But what men fail to realize that anything a man do, a woman does it 10 times better.
Nah,
Nah,
if it's okay, I'm telling you why one fee for sure.
Like women are more organized. I'll give you
10 times better.
No. I won't say anything. I won't say anything because here you are.
I know.
You see?
If I want to say this, they go say I wrong.
Okay, let me ask you a question. This is your store, right? Without these ladies, you think it would run smoothly?
I was no.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
But okay then. Can you joke blacks?
Yes, I can.
Can you mix cement?
Yes, I can.
You see now, I believe in equity. I believe in fairness and whatnot.
Okay.
So I won't say anything.
Yes, I can do it, but would I do it? No, because that's a man thing.
But you see now. No,
because then we're talking about strength.
But you know the best chef in the world, right? Is a man.
Yes, and I do believe that men cook better than women.
All right then, which is deemed as that's what females supposed to do traditionally, quote unquote. Doing like hairstyle and them thing. It's a male who does that.
And makeup, and sometimes they do it better than women.
Which is supposed to be a female.
And that's okay.
Female.
Yeah.
Trick the man can't do my hair. Mix up all man.
And what's the day to the schedule like being a promoter? Where is it various meetings, different places you have to go?
It's a lot of running up and down, like sightseeing. Well, obviously, because you gotta make sure that everything is on point on the day. And I'm telling you, no matter how much you plan it to a T, the day of something always goes wrong.
Yeah.
Something always goes wrong. Yeah. So you have to be quick on your feet and thinking really quick to resolve the situation. If you are not good at that problem solving, promotion is not for you.
The key is to not panic. Yeah,
nah, I can't say that. Me, I be having like 15 of us breakdown before I could actually be like, get this shit done. Get it done now. But yeah.
I mean, I expected, but like, you have a child, a boy, right? 6 years old, correct?
Correct.
Alright, like, having a child, like, how did that change, like, your approach to certain things into, like, decision making and the way you go about doing things?
You see, when you become a mom, the way you look at life and the way of thinking, it changes. It changes you as a person, and it molds the human being that you're bringing up as a person. Your decisions that you make in life can affect that human being. So it all comes to, hey, is this something that I should do, or is this something I shouldn't do? If it's something bad and you know you can walk away from it to mold that little human being into being somebody else, right, you would choose the right thing and walk away from it, right? So being a mother is not an easy task. It comes, I mean, nobody never write a handbook on how to be a mom.
Right,
no, a father.
Like a father, to be a parent, to be exact. Yeah. I mean, you learn as you go. So, I mean, I remember how many scares I've had, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. They're gonna lock me up. They're gonna throw the key, but it's not no fault of mine because it's kids. You know, sometimes you leave them unattended. You don't see them, and then you hear they go very quiet, and then when you look, it's like, what are you doing?
Especially when you're sleeping,
right?
You ever like you don't see them breathing at all, and you're making sure, boy, I want if you gone. How you
yeah.
So you really like, put the ear on the back and say, okay, you still
see if his stomach moving.
Yeah, you still like.
You put your finger by his nose or by his mouth.
I mean,
I've had those scares. I remember my first scare with my son was he wasn't listening, and he fell, and here, right underneath here, bust. I'm like, oh God, I get in jail now. The police are come for me because they're going to send me abuse the pitney.
That way just good.
Bet you he never did that again. That fall where he get, he never ever climb up there again.
Therefore get some bruise and what's that.
There's some videos so like sometimes you have to just allow kids to be a bit more adventurous. 9 times I'll leave them.
Let them be kids.
To harm themselves. Yeah. Obviously.
Like, you know, like kids in general, like they like to climb up.
And that's how you like. That's how you learn.
Especially boy child. You have to let them get some bruises. Just let them get some bruises and get back up.
In a sense, because you know, we grew up in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
We grew up in the Caribbean, boy.
I mean, my son is Caribbean. Like he loves it here.
That's his thing. Roots,
yeah, that's his thing. He loves it. Loves it.
Yeah, so your parents live here?
My mom lives in Canada and my dad lives here.
Okay, so I'm sure he enjoys coming back here to see his grandfather and so on and things like that.
Yes, he does.
So would you say what age were you when you had your son? Age 6 years. I believe in your early 20s.
Yes, I was. How old was I again? I was 20, 21.
Oh, so would you say it is good to start having kids at a young age? Because you don't want to be too old and when you can do something with your children as they grow. Plus females are on a time clock as well.
That's very true. I mean, if you find a partner that wants to settle down and have a kid and you guys come to a mutual agreement, sure, have all those babies you want.
Yeah, just have them.
But please, just don't be having kids for having kids' sake. Be financially stable. Very important.
But some of them who just come out good, real good to you and them who are financially stable.
If you're not financially stable, would you have 10 kids?
Boy.
I feel like you
would I?
You probably would.
Yeah, I tell him no.
Would you?
No, mine had like half.
Exactly. Why are you gonna bring 10 kids into this world knowing that there's a possibility that you might not have food to feed them for the next 3 weeks? I mean, as a parent, we make a way.
5?
We make a way. You might get through with 1 or 2, but when you have 5, 6, it's kind of impossible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I keep telling people, like, if you're gonna have a kid, make sure that you're financially stable
And have a good support system.
and remember, having kids now is not like back in the day where you had a village. We don't have that anymore.
But for you, what is your ideal amount of kids?
1.
One, you can't do the man. You can't do the man.
I'm an only child.
No,
My son is gonna be
Nobody
an
want
only
to
child.
have siblings.
No, he has siblings. His
I asked for her.
has kids that are not mine.
Right, so that is your brother and sister.
Right.
now.
Okay, alright. But why if you also have one, just one and done?
One and done, one and move. Like
No.
I don't you say, right?
Governor.
Well, governor, sorry, yeah.
No. You're far. No. We can't be doing that. We need to be fruitful and multiply. Plus, you're married. So be fruitful and multiply.
I'll be fruitful and multiply when I'm a millionaire.
You see, it's our money. Where's everything have to do with money, so?
When I'm a millionaire, talk to me, I'll be back. I'll spin the block like Rihanna.
Grandparents, don't take care of kids.
Yeah,
So.
but on different time, right? No,
Right, Rihanna is a billionaire, so she can afford to have those
she happy.
kids.
You know, grandparents also take care of kids pretty well, I would say.
Yes, they do. My mom takes very
Yeah.
good care of my son, but hey, Mom, when I'm a billionaire, I'm going to pop these babies out for you.
Don't
Okay?
let him trying to give you reasons to have more kids.
Like, no, if I get one, I guess I'll be in life, obviously. But I grew up with the grandparents.
I mean,
I don't know why. I grew up with my grandparents, you know.
grandparents
No,
are treated
yeah.
different,
Yeah.
you know. And buff up what we used to get, you know, give them new generation and thing.
Well,
they
yeah,
love them plenty.
That is true.
I know, like, if your grandparents just make you be involved in whatever they're doing more. Like whatever my grandmother was doing.
I'm thankful to be, I was raised with my grandparents because there's a lot of things that I learned in this survival skills that I never thought that I would have needed. So yeah.
You're gonna get make sure you know how to cook.
Yeah.
You clean
Wash
the
your
room.
clothes.
Yeah.
Thing there.
And you know,
Thankful for
like
them.
also, my grandmother used to do stuff like, make like actual chocolate.
Ooh.
Chocolate, we go in tea and stuff.
Yeah.
Cocoa.
Great in the cocoa and
Yeah.
dry and all.
Them
this
old
way.
people hand sweet, you
Yeah.
know, them dukan and bake.
No,
Oh,
don't stop, please.
so I could get one?
I do it.
Your granny, is your granny still alive?
I mean, she's still alive, but she's not really like at full strength as she was then.
Okay,
So.
got
My
it.
husband do now, so
So I could get one?
I'll inform her.
I've never seen
I'll inform her.
Thank you,
You
thank you
never
very
have me
much.
look in life, huh?
No, you see, you
You
different
see,
now.
but I'm a guest. Yes, the truth
I
is
know you long
guest.
enough. You wanna do now.
But that's not good though, as
No,
a friend.
the first
You're
time-
supposed to
no,
give it
listen
to
to me.
you now.
Yes, I know your friends.
No. This is the first time this man telling me he like do now. Why you want me to do
Can
that?
you never tell me you're going to make the colour?
Wow.
Can you never ask for my grandmother?
If you come to me and they say, boy, Karen, my grandma's make the colour. So I tell you what, but
So you come when you guys say cry with my guys do now.
Just so, that's just a very strange conversation.
a very
to
strange
me.
conversation.
that will show you like how simple life be.
Yeah.
That is true.
But no, you could be like, you know what's one of my favorite things to eat? Dukanan. And then he might think, okay, hey, my grandmother makes Dukanan. I can bring him
You
Dukanan.
see, we go for your begin talk now, we can call him begging.
No, what is not begging? What consider begging?
I can't say again. When you harass in the post.
Exactly, you
I
just
mean-
said your grandmother makes Dukanan. I would like to have one from her.
Nah, life, I'm today I can continue begging. I want to do
I go show my granny, I tell her she, fix up the pattern.
Man,
Whatever she do, I don't always make them, man.
Yo, I like
Pause, my granny to show me to make them, but
Yo,
I just never into Dukuna.
I like when my
I love
come in,
Dukanan.
I love ferry.
You love ferry.
I love ferry.
I love my Dukanan is in a banana.
Yeah,
That's the real way to make it, in the banana.
Yeah, how to be like that.
string thing.
Yeah.
Then put it on, man.
That's the real deal
Yeah,
right
nice
there.
country life.
Yeah, that's the real thing.
The I appreciate like elder folks and like the traditions and stuff that are going on. Like you could be surprised.
I can't
what
wait for you
this
guys to
could
come
turn
to
into
touch a
that.
class. Oh gosh. Remember earlier I said in touch a class there's some traditional aspects of Vincy in it. You guys
I feel it's in the food. Something's telling me that. Yeah, it's in the
not
food.
only in the food.
I mean, I already have intentions to go, right? But if you only ever tell me to come, I can be there, I can go 3 times.
How you go treat them? How you go treat them? Oh, you go the one in
Don't worry
Vincy
about
and the
that.
one,
You don't worry about that.
the one over China.
Just know.
So what is the plan for touch of class? Is it you want it to like expand in terms of you have it kind already,
Okay, so my goal, my end goal in the next 5-10 years for my brand Toucher class is for it to be international. When I say international, I would love to see the brand Touch of class in countries like Barbados, Jamaica, Grenada, like an island-wide thing, like you know, international.
Yeah. Something like Sans.
Some perfect example, Brunch and Soca.
Yeah, Brunch and Soca. Perfect example indeed.
Right. So that's where I see myself in the next 5-10 years and my brand.
That is good.
I mean, yeah, I like the group. I mean, all possible too though. All possible too because I already have a feeling because I've been seeing the posts.
And the feedback is we're getting good feedback.
Yeah, I've been hearing people telling me that they're going and stuff, so I already know like, yeah, this guy.
So have you heard any feedback from last year?
From last year? No, I've only seen videos.
Videos and from
but the year before that, I heard feedback. They told me it's a nice party. Same feeling like you say those other bougie events. Yeah, that basically it.
They basically well, the war like that, like it kinda give me a hint of like you have experiences yourself. And especially from the videos and things. Yeah, I like the vibe.
Yeah, and I had it on my list as well in terms of like going. Because I have certain amount of events on my list. I say, I want to go.
Nice.
And I had on my list as well.
Right, and plus you come and tell me 50 girls to 1 man ratio.
Boy.
Yeah, it's actually a true thing. It's really a true thing.
And you ain't been in, how long you been in the promoting business? Like 4 years?
I've been in it for more than 4 years.
More than 4 years?
Yeah, but
Toucher class itself, it's still young.
Yeah.
It's still young.
But thinking ahead a bit, right? In a more future sense. Like, you have any other plans for you want to do?
Like in terms of bringing another event?
Yes.
I do, but for right now, I'm solely focused on Touch of Class because I want to build my brand. When you build a brand, then you can say, hey, I can have another event. You know what I mean? It's to set it in stone and put it in the foundation and watch it grow.
What do you think about like having an event around December, Christmas?
I would never.
Why is the reason?
Let me say I would never. There's too much things happening in December.
That is true. Within a space
where
of
am
like
I gonna
5 years,
fix it? Like where am I gonna put it? Where am I gonna put it?
Event.
Yeah.
Boy,
so I would even tread those waters. I would not.
Yeah, you can't do the old years because that is what? Climax?
Climax. There's climax.
That don't stay already.
There's so much things.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're right.
To me, because I've had this question before, people are like, why don't you do a Toucher class in December? I would not. I want it to be a show that is anticipated. That it's yearly, and you're like, boy, I got to say last year, and that then I miss me next year.
Yeah.
That's what I want Toucher class to be. I don't want it to be an event that is coming every minute and it gets played out and you get fed up of it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
And team wise, will they next year? We're looking forward to next year as well. The event team reaches yet, but I'm already looking forward to next year.
Yeah.
As well.
We're looking forward to every year at this point.
Yeah. So different team. We have a different team
every year. Every year. But for the 5th year, I can't say it. So I'm a person like this. When 1 year done, I'm already planning for the next year. That's just how I keep ahead of things. But next year is gonna be dedicated to Vincy. That much I'll say.
Okay, well, like
might have come in with some breadfruit leaf and anything. I hear.
No, look at Israel coming. Well, the theme. Talk to me more on the theme of this year and how like you got to that.
Pink in Greece?
Yeah.
Like I said.
Yeah, what's the idea like behind it?
So, the idea behind of it, right, is just giving you different okay, you're in St. Vincent, but you never travel. I'm just bringing like different countries of what it would be like if you were supposed to ever go there. So last year I did Italy. You know, in Italy they have the little croissant and all that.
Spaghetti pasta for sure.
Yeah, and they love all that stuff. France, you know what I mean? So this year with Greece, I was like, Greece. And the reason why I end up coming up with Greece is because when I saw it, I was like, this is so traditional. And at the time, we were losing our traditional touch with Vincy Mass. Like, there was a lot of stuff going on the media, and I was just seeing it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna do Greece for the 4th year and include traditional stuff with Vincy. So that's kind of like how that came
come the right time because Vincy Mass catching back yourself.
Correct.
Vincy Mass catching
Big up
back.
Randy Small.
Yeah, for sure. So you excited for Carnival this year?
I am.
Why have you been keeping up with like these soca releases so far for this year?
Boy, there's so much of them.
You have any favorites?
There's so much of them. I think it's a one pan is a curry rhythm name.
You are Angie?
I like the Angie and I like the skinny.
Yeah, you must like that.
I like the skinny.
Skinny?
Yeah, the skinny. I like the skinny. Where's it?
The van
one.
Van man, yeah.
Van man. I like that one day.
Oh, yeah, that one. Oh,
okay. So far this year?
I mean, I like all of them. If you know me, if you know all of them, if you know me, you know I love soca. Anybody who knows me knows that. So anything, any and everything.
Okay. You like soca. You're from Vincy. You just dab?
Oh Jesus, me don't know how to dab.
Man,
Don't put me.
You got tutorial out there.
No. Listen, I don't want to try to dab and fall on my face. Okay? I don't dab.
I just say, well, man could do 10 times better.
No.
You see
The dabbing is not for me. I can't do it. I'm not gonna try to attempt it to mess up that dance. And he's like, it's not so it done. No. Maybe I'll learn.
Dab is anything.
If you blink, it's dab.
If you blink, you dab.
Well, I'm waving. So
is a dab right there.
If you do so.
Is that dab?
Is that dab? You see, that be easy. Everybody have it in them.
That is a way of everything.
We are live.
I mean, if you ever want dab sessions and I'll get artists them for hours, go and, show you guys and still.
Okay. Yeah, sounds like a plan.
My white friend behind the camera, they see that, he done for that right now.
You mean the white Jewish?
Yeah, because when Carnival come, if he can't dab and the next man could dab, he lose his girl and then
oh, buddy, you gotta learn. Yeah. Immediately.
I noticed in there now. Right now the dabbers and taking with the girls in this Carnival now.
Don't tell us if you know for that be sleeping. Yeah, you want to uphold the relationship plans for that.
But then girls tell me don't dab behind him.
Yeah, me want somebody dab behind me, I will punch you. Don't do that. That's not cute.
So you want somebody dab behind you?
No.
You could dab and wine. You could dab and wine.
Do not dab behind me.
You can dab and wine.
Imagine listening to a nice little R&B and you dabbing behind me. I will give you one shovel here.
Big up voltage, my boy. Voltage in the pan touch.
Yeah, the pan touch. Big up all the dabbers out there. Big up all the dabbers.
Alright, but if next year we're talking about Vincy, touch of class, and we're talking about local and traditional and things there. Yeah. You have to come with the dabbing skills.
Well,
yeah.
It's in the work. It's in the work. Don't worry. I got you.
Yeah, we get holy. You get
holy.
Remember, we're here today, so we should promise we dab skills for next year.
I don't know. I got try a thing.
Anything is dab.
Anything is dab. I mean, nothing beats a trial.
Alright, and you are, as I would keep on saying, the Queen of Bacchanal, so it can be done.
Queen of Bacchanal.
That is Destrana.
I know
Soca
Bacchanal.
Right.
So you gave me wrong information. You see why I don't give me Dukuna? You see why you have to do it without Dukuna? You're just spreading false information.
So open story come out and say he hide it from me all the time.
Who teach you that one day, Granny?
Yeah.
Oh, you're smart. Yeah, she teach me same thing too. Yeah, so you can't catch me. She teach me same thing.
Daniel. Alright, so for the soca season, you plan to be in Vincy?
Oh, you're going to hear a name like Soca Bacchanal. Ask me that.
I don't know.
No, I'm here for the... Every time I come to Vincy, I leave after Carnival.
Well, you make sure to stay for the Carnival.
Oh,
so in the food after Carnival, is it?
I never said that. I have my life to go back to.
Oh, well, yeah.
But like, you play mass?
Mass never missed me yet.
Where you jumping with this year?
Oxygen. Big up Karen and Skinny.
Jump. Hey.
I can bring a banana. I can bring a banana for rival them.
Do that.
Yeah, you can name Supreme.
Why Supreme?
Huh?
Why Supreme?
No, not the regular Supreme, man. Yes.
I know, but why the name?
No, it's French. Supreme.
Okay, but why the name?
Why the name?
Yeah.
No, so French now. You know? France and everything. I love the fashion and everything. So I say Supreme.
So when you bring this band, are you trying to have it as a Juve band, a mass band? What are you trying to have it as?
No, I'm going to have it as a mass band. Hopefully. So you're gonna get all the expensive feathers straight out of France. Where's it again?
France feather, like a trick.
Yeah, France feather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like them, they coming from Louis Vuitton and thing.
Yeah? No, I go partner with Louis Vuitton. But then
I
you see you ask me information from my band now.
Listen, I love how he's dreaming. Keep it alive.
Is it not dreaming then you
No, when I said dream, anything, your dream can be turned into reality.
Yeah, so I just remember.
So, that's a good thing. That's a good start.
Say the word.
The man wants to...
No, say the word. Supreme.
Supreme.
No, yeah, Supreme.
Supreme.
Accent,
No, yeah,
I don't have an accent.
Different. Supreme.
I'm not even one by
Yes,
myself.
alright then. Yeah?
Supreme.
Yeah, you see? So I look out for that 2028. I can't bring it next year. Change my mind.
2028.
2028.
Alright.
So I don't understand you.
Right, but later on in the year, right? What is the event called again, by?
What event? That is what called
Hans.
Okay. Uptown.
Uptown party.
Uptown party.
Uh-huh.
You going to Uptown party?
Oh my God, Hans. I love you so much.
Don't know what you doing.
But
We never have a
last year, you had Kes, my favorite artist.
That's your fault.
The hurricane come. And then he had it in August.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I mean, he got
But he's making up for it. I can't even tell you guys the artist that is coming because that will be very wrong of me.
I heard as well. No, not heard that now. I heard somebody told me they're gonna be
There's
big artists.
five of them.
They're gonna
And
the line up bad. The line up bad. Just wink now. Just wink. What's the line up bad? The line up look bad. Boy.
big up Hans. Big up my brother Hans. Anyway, him there. Big up yourself, Hans John. You find it. You find it. I love how the fact that you incorporate the old with the new. Big up you.
Okay. I don't know who I know. She ain't tell me about.
No, I mean in general. Like he makes sure that the mature with the new.
Yeah, last year been top notch. With Kes on him, but Kes can perform.
Kes is a bad artist.
Yeah, Kes can perform.
Triangle the stage.
I love the whole event. I was there in event single though, but I was there in event.
And last year, you know what we did because we couldn't get to go, me and my girlfriend from the States. We bought 2 VIP. Was it 2 VIP or 2 regular tickets? I can't remember. But we bought tickets and gave it away. I think it was like 3 tickets.
Yeah.
4 tickets.
I'm sure someone enjoyed this, huh?
Yeah, they did. They really did. They really did.
Is the kind of humility you have?
Yeah, they did.
You see? That's why we're praying for the success of your business journey. And
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Business and your organization.
Yeah.
Because it's good to have people. I'm looking for good to have people.
Come on, definitely. There's something for cheers to. Come on. Yeah, and your whatever that be.
What you say again? I don't forget what it's been.
Inside. Is
Shreps. What is that? It's ginger ale.
Yeah, basically. Ginger ale knockout. So people don't forget June 7th. It's a Saturday, right? Yeah. June 7th is a Saturday. June 7th. Touch of Class. Get the tickets now. As I said before, you can get them up here at Buyers Boutique.
Don't wait too long, you know, because listen.
Ticket selling.
I know next week is end of month. And when I tell you I only have 20% tickets remaining, believe me.
So you can pack out the event we're talking about. See, that's about consistency.
20% out of 100. So please, after that, the show is sold out.
Yeah, and I've been to this space where the event is going to be.
And it's a huge space.
Yeah.
It's very big.
We play football behind it.
Yeah, it's very big.
Yeah, that's so very nice.
Very huge. It's a huge place.
So just know, Miss Danielle has a lot in store for y'all. Some things we can't reveal right now, same things she won't reveal right now, but just know, you're getting big, you're getting bad, you're getting energetic, and you won't want to miss it.
Yeah, buy your tickets, please.
Let me just emphasize on something though. So, I know a lot of people have been asking what comes in the VIP. There's a lot of things. I mean, it's unlimited food, unlimited drinks, along with other stuff that I would not reveal because I feel like when you come to the VIP, it should be an experience. I don't want to tell you and then you come and be like, yeah, I know I was expecting that. I want you to come and be like, I never know, so I could pay $300 and get all this.
You see,
Yeah.
you see the
And
more
Carmen, if you go, you get free Wi-Fi, you know.
How you know that?
I tell you, man, telepathy are just, you know.
That's true?
Yeah, you get free Wi-Fi.
Nah. Free Wi-Fi.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, sign me up. Yeah, sign me up. You see, the more we talk about this, is the more you want me to upgrade my package,
Yeah, I plead the fifth on I can't really, you know.
I've never jumped a VIP ticket, eh?
No.
I mean, a regular ticket, but I change my mind.
That's one question, right?
You have VIP tickets I got right now.
Right.
You get right now?
Right now.
My final question.
Mm-hmm.
My final question, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go with the container.
Jesus. So, let me give all you a story
That one.
from last year.
Right.
The VIP had so much food remaining, regular got food. So what I tell you, every single body that was in VIP left without, you know them big silver bowl?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know Slick?
Yeah.
Slick from
Yeah.
Slick walk with a big container. I swear he and the container turn over in the gutter when they leave.
Yo, thank you.
Yeah, well, someone of food.
Yes, Slick.
I'm telling you beforehand, right? I'm telling you beforehand. If you ever go up with your grandparents and something, you know, let's get them big tub.
Me and Kena, I believe in when you pay your money, your customer service is key. I believe that you should eat and drink your money's worth. So if you feel like you want to go back 10 times, that's your boss.
You see that why I love food here?
Any party you throw in, just know I coming on.
Yeah, just tell me.
Just know I coming on.
Just tell me and roll out.
Yeah.
Alright, do this.
Right.
Thank you again.
For coming through.
And coming through.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah. We had a very, I feel it was a very fun, you know, talk and thing.
Energetic,
So,
very energetic.
Big up to our booking agent.
Yeah, big up to booking agent.
Yeah, for
my
sure.
lover.
Yeah.
My sweetheart crush. You know, my old high school crush.
Yeah, big up P.
Big up yourself, Dice.
Right, I won't say much now, but hey, we cheers to it.
Cheers to it.
Just a vibes, and we out.
Out.